Hello and God bless all of you. This stream is going to be unbelievable. Before I get into it, okay, I need to say a few thank yous. I need to thank my brother Abid. Guys, if it wasn't for Abid, I wouldn't have a website and I wouldn't still have a website. He's been like a brother to me, okay? He's been there for me now for 3 years. And I also want to thank Al Hussein. All right, because today we had to renew the server for another year for the website. And without that, I would have lost the website. And those two guys, between them today, I've managed to make the payment and we're good to go for another year on the website, which is huge. I've been having to deal with that for the last week. I want to thank Sergio, the web developer as well, who works on the website. Honestly, Abid is a blessing. It is a true blessing. And God is great for bringing Abid into my life. And like I said, Al Hussein as well. There's a lot of good people in this world, guys. I know this world is fallen right now, okay? And there is a lot of corruption, but there's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good people. And don't forget that, because sometimes the world makes you want to hate it sometimes. But that's the system, and that's society, and there are good people out there. So thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who supports me. It means a lot. It really does. So before I get into it as well, I want to just say much love, Benjamin. Emmanuel, thank you for everything. You're doing uni work. What do you study, brother? What do you study? Hey, Truth Slay, good day to you. Erica, God bless you. So I've done numerous videos now about Christian Eriksen, and now I have another one. So I really believe this one's going to blow you away. Hey, Jesus Junkie. So, you know, I work with numbers, but some things don't need the numbers. And I believe what happened with Christian Eriksen with his cardiac arrest didn't need numbers. I just think the numbers back it up. So I'm going to break down what just happened yesterday with Eriksen and Denmark. I've got a bit of a sore throat today, so please go easy on me. So can you give me a woo if you're ready for this? The code is on the website. I'll likely put it in my upcoming book because it is that good, this code. So Christian Eriksen cardiac arrest, exposed by the numbers. Christian Damon Eriksen, all right, is his full name. So first of all, his first name's Christian. But he's from Denmark, and his middle name is Daneman. All right, but let's focus on the Christian, guys. I keep saying we're living out Revelation. I tell you all that God is going to judge our heart. And I believe that's why we've seen the rise in cardiac arrest. If we think about Bronny James, LeBron's son, he had a cardiac arrest. And then LeBron James and the LA Lakers won the in-season tournament the same day that Bronny James made his debut, okay, for USC when he returned from his cardiac arrest. And now Bronny James is being connected and linked with NBA teams. The guy who averaged 4 points, who had a cardiac arrest. Tell me how anybody should invest in a player with a heart condition. Okay, Sergio Aguero had these heart pains and had to retire. He didn't even have a cardiac arrest. He just had heart complications. He retired, age 33, by the way. Okay, and then Argentina are now 3-3 in World Cup finals. The World Cup final finished 3-3 after extra time. I've got a 33 here with Eriksen. But this is spiritual wickedness. Okay, so Christian Damon Eriksen is a Danish professional footballer who plays as a midfielder for Premier League club Manchester United, the Red Devils, and the Denmark national team. He is his country's 5th highest all-time goal scorer. And he was named Danish Football Player of the Year a record 5 times. So we see those fives there, like 55. Satan equals 55. Red Devils equals 55. Sir Alex Ferguson, the greatest coach in the history of Manchester United, in his final ever game, he coached against West Bromwich Albion. That game finished 5-5. Sir Alex Ferguson got a brain hemorrhage on May the 5th, a date written 5-5. Can I get some woos in the chat? All right. And I predicted Eriksen would sign for the Red Devils 2 days after his cardiac arrest. When the doctors were saying he's never going to run again, I said he's going to sign for the Red Devils. He's going to get the biggest move of his career. And I remember all my friends laughing at me. And then he signed for them. Ten Hag. All right? 10. Say 10. Gets you 10 in gematria. Gets you 55, the 10th Fibonacci triangular number. And now Eriksen goes to the Red Devils. He's won 2 trophies. All right, he won the FA Cup and the League Cup, hasn't he? Guys, there's no way that a player should be having a cardiac arrest and then get the biggest move of his career. Because that's what it was. I know he played for some good teams. All right, he did well at Ajax. He was at Inter Milan, but Man United's a dream for so many players. Now, when he played for Tottenham, he was world class. He was. Him and Kane playing together and Son. But there's no way he should have been signed by Man United after a cardiac arrest. There's no way. Now, Christian Eriksen yesterday was the hero for Denmark on 6/5/2024 in their 2-1 win versus Sweden. Now, have you noticed when you watch these teams play each other, in the top of your screen, it looks like that. Sweden against Denmark. It spells out the word Sweden. But Eriksen last night, they're playing in a friendly because all these teams are preparing for Euro 2024, where Eriksen's going to play. Remember, he had his cardiac arrest at Euro 2020. 4 years later, he's going to be playing in the Euros. No way. No way, guys. Right? But he is. Now, he played yesterday. Denmark beat Sweden 2-1. You can go on YouTube and watch his goal. It was an amazing goal. He got the winning goal. Now, he got this winning goal after 86 minutes, and he assisted the opening goal as well. 86 connects to death. If you get 86, it means you've been murdered. And a coffin is 8x6. The average measurement. Now, he scores that winning goal after 86 minutes. Remember, Argentina won the World Cup a day after the Pope turned 86? Remember that? Who's Argentinian? Who hosted Argentina at the Vatican the year he became the Pope? He hosted them with Italy. And then in the space of 24 hours, in 2021, Argentina won the Copa America and Italy won the Euros, where the first game was played in Rome, where the Vatican is. Just absolutely incredible stuff. It really is. Now, you have Eriksen starring in this game. He's 32 years old, by the way. A lot of players at that age, they're done playing for the nation. Not Eriksen. Now, he scored the winning goal against Sweden, and he did it in Parken Stadium, the exact same stadium where he had his cardiac arrest. Guys, please hit the like button. I don't know how, this is black magic. Christian Eriksen had a cardiac arrest, all right, against Finland at Euro 2020. And he's just scored this winning goal in that same stadium. And he does it against Sweden, a Scandinavian team, just like Finland, just like Denmark, right? And it's the stadium of FC Copenhagen. Now, the Red Devils Man United, they played against FC Copenhagen in the Champions League. And Rasmus Højlund, he played for Copenhagen, and on the 23rd of March, 2023, which so happens to be Jason Kidd's birthday and Kyrie Irving, Denmark played Finland. Do you want to know what score it was? It was 3-1. Do you want to know who scored a hat-trick in Parken Stadium, where Eriksen got the cardiac arrest? It was Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund plays for the Red Devils. He got a hat-trick in this game. Come on! Rasmus Højlund's brother plays for FC Copenhagen. Thank you, Satanic Hope. God bless you. All right. So check this out. 1,089 days after Eriksen's cardiac arrest, he scores the winner against Sweden in the same stadium that he had his cardiac arrest. Now, 1,089, guys, that is 33 times 33. All right. Christian Eriksen has just scored this winning goal for Denmark 1,089 days after his cardiac arrest in the same stadium, which is 33 times 33. And the highest degree of Freemasonry is 33 degrees. It was a sold-out stadium. I have no idea, guys. When I saw the cardiac arrest and I saw the players reacting, it didn't look real. Go back and watch it. It looked like really terrible actors. And the fact that he has a cardiac arrest, we're told that he nearly died. They still continued with the game, which, by the way, Finland won 1-0, like 10. Eriksen, number 10. Satan. Right? And in that game, Finland had one shot. Denmark had 22. Kobe's highest scoring game was on 122, where the Lakers scored 122 points, and it was in his 666th game. Why do you think Eriksen's at the Red Devils? '33 connects to Adolf Hitler as well, who became the Chancellor of Germany in '33. Now, Eriksen is going to be playing for Denmark at Euro 2024. Their opening game is against Slovenia. Now, who is Dallas Mavericks superstar? It's Luka. Luka is from Slovenia. Okay, it's all connected. And I've told you, when Rasmus Højlund scored that hat-trick against Finland, he did it on Jason Kidd's birthday, who won the NBA Finals as a player with Dallas in 2011. And now he's in the NBA Finals as their coach. And Kyrie Irving, number 11, has the same birthday as Jason Kidd. And Denmark and Eriksen will be playing Slovenia in their opening game, guys, of the Euros on 616, the alternate number of the beast. Exactly 1,100 days after Eriksen's cardiac arrest, like 11. And remember, the Denver Nuggets, they won the NBA Finals exactly 2 years after Eriksen's cardiac arrest. 616 is when Boston lost the 2022 NBA Finals to Golden State Warriors, who are Boston playing against in the NBA Finals? Dallas, which connects to JFK, who was born in Boston, died in Dallas. And Messi and Argentina's World Cup campaign began on 22/11, the the 66 triangular number. I'm doing this video today on 6/6, the day the NBA Finals begin. And who died on 22/11? JFK. JFK. God bless you, Michael. Now, I've got an image on my website. It says Eriksen gives the thumbs up from his hospital bed 3 days after his cardiac arrest. 3 days. Now, why is that important? I'll ask you in the chat. So, Jesus Christ was crucified. How many days later did he resurrect? All right. You've got Eriksen is in the hospital bed 3 days after. He's got his thumb up. All right. 3 days after. Jesus Christ was crucified. How many days later did he resurrect? 3. 3 days later. Okay. And he's called Christian. All about HD videos. God bless you, my brother. Yeah. 3 days is 72 hours. Pope Francis became the Pope on the 72nd day of 2013. And I'm telling you, Eriksen connects to the Pope. It connects to the Pope. So, again, let's not forget that Eriksen was told he would never play football again. Let's not forget that. Now, Eriksen had a cardiac arrest on 6/12/21, and he was born on Valentine's Day. Obviously, Valentine's Day connects to what? Valentine's Day connects to hearts. Eriksen has a cardiac arrest. Now, Angel Di Maria, who scored in the World Cup final, he also scored the winning goal in the Copa America final, all right, which was Messi's first trophy for Argentina with the senior team. Eriksen was born on Valentine's Day. Angel Di Maria, which means Angel of Mary, he was born on Valentine's Day. Now, what is Angel Di Maria's celebration? It's the so-called heart, which is actually the Baphomet. Now, who died of a heart attack? Diego Maradona. Diego Maradona. Diego Maradona dies, and then Argentina win the Copa America and the World Cup. Remember, Maradona died November the 25th, 2020. 2021, Argentina win the Copa America. 2022, Argentina win the World Cup. Remember, they won the World Cup first time in 36 years. One day after the Pope turned 86, who's Argentinian, Maradona won the World Cup in 86 in Mexico. Same tournament where he scored the hand of God. Messi's also scored a hand of God as well. Maradona's weaved through all the players and scored. Messi's done that because Maradona's demon went to Messi. Simple. It's that simple. All right. So, again, how incredibly deep is this? How incredibly deep is all of this? Now, Eriksen was born in 1992. Did you know that Denmark won the European Championships in 1992, the year Eriksen was born? All right. They shocked the world, guys. They weren't even supposed to be in the tournament. I'll get to that a little bit later. Okay? I'll get to that a little bit later. So, Eriksen is playing for Man United. He plays for Denmark. He's known for his vision, his technique, his passing, and his free kick abilities. All right? And like I said, technically is a very, very talented player. But he should not be recovering from a cardiac arrest. Okay? At the level that he did. And whoever's sending all these laughing emojis, you ain't gonna stop me with my flow. It don't work. All right? So you can keep trying. I'm exposing Satan, professional sports, the code, as well as anybody in the world. All right? Can I get a woo, guys, in the chat? Please hit the like button if you already haven't. There's plenty more that I'm going to go through here, which is really important, guys. If you can come to terms with the fact that Christian Eriksen maybe faked having a cardiac arrest, what does it say about professional sports? All right? That means FIFA completely is corrupt. It means that the whole Denmark national team's corrupt. The medical team is corrupt. This is what I'm proving here. All right, this is really deep, what I'm showing you. Okay? And for me, I think it pretty much reveals that Satan exists. But he's lost. Now, on 6/12/2021, Denmark's Christian Eriksen collapsed in the corner of the pitch during the European Championship match. Now, the Bible says that the gospel will be preached in 4 corners of the earth. We know on a football pitch, there's 4 corners, yeah? Okay, Eriksen is well known for his ability to take a good corner. His actual assist against Sweden was from a corner. All right, and I've told you the gospel will be shared in all 4 corners of the earth. All right, this is why we have the internet right now. It's why there's people like me preaching it. All right, so people can watch this all over the world. Right? And that's why I'm going to keep doing it. Satan is not everywhere, Benjamin. God is everywhere. God is omnipresent. Satan can't be everywhere at one time. Satan's influence is everywhere. Satan's not everywhere. Can I get an amen? God is everywhere. God is omnipresent, all-knowing, all-loving. He's everywhere all at once. Satan can't be, but his influence is everywhere. He isn't everywhere, okay? Because he's limited. He's limited. God's limitless. Now, it says this about his cardiac arrest. As his teammates surrounded him arm in arm, shielding him from the eyes of the world, doctors began working to save the midfielder's life. When the midfielder collapsed in the first half of Denmark's Euro 2020 match against Finland, nobody knew if he would ever play professional football again. All right, this is from a media outlet. All right, so you saw the stands. They're all crying. What are the chances that arguably Denmark's greatest ever player has a cardiac arrest in Denmark during the Euros? Could have been any other stadium. Why did it have to be in Denmark? Think about it. Just think about that for a second. It had to be in Denmark. Think of the emotion there. All the Danish fans. All right? They were devastated. In their home nation, their idol, Eriksen, who's fit, is a role model to them. And he drops down and people think he's dead. But they still continued the game because that's what Christian would have wanted. It's what they always say. How do they know that's what he would have wanted? Did they ask him? Or he was supposedly half dead? Now, the fact that he had this cardiac arrest on 6/12, we go to the Bible. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's why his cardiac arrest was on 6/12, guys. 6 + 12 is 18. Eriksen is going to be playing against Slovenia at the Euros exactly 18 years after Messi's first ever World Cup goal, which was against Serbia in Germany. Okay, in Germany. That's why England are playing Serbia exactly 18 years after. Yep, that's why they're playing Serbia, guys, just so you know. And what about me predicting Djokovic would get injured whilst he was 18-6 for the season, and then he got injured? All right, you can only do this with this code. Can I get a woo in the chat? You can't predict somebody's getting injured like I did. You can't predict Eriksen going to Man United without this code. You can't predict futures in 17 different sports without this code. You can't predict the Queen's death without this code, without this expertise, guys. You simply can't. All the stuff, everything I've predicted with politics has happened. This is why you need to learn this code, guys. It helps you see through the illusion of this system of society. Satan is the god of this world. He's blinded the minds and the hearts of all of us. This code is far bigger than winning money, although you will win money because my codes nearly always hit. But what I'm doing now here with Eriksen, next to nobody in the world can do. Are you aware of that, guys? Can I get an amen? Let's just be real. Next to nobody in the world can do what I'm doing now in regards to exposing Christian Eriksen. Next to nobody in the world, guys. So I hope you appreciate this, even though I'm talking to 17 people. Hopefully one day more of you will acknowledge what I'm actually showing you. Because next to nobody can do it. All right? I'll keep going for you. So since Eriksen's life-changing moment, all right, he's now back on the pitch. And he's signed for one of the biggest clubs in the world, Man United. And he also played in the recent World Cup. He has a cardiac arrest in 2021, but then he plays in the World Cup a year later, which we're told is the most prestigious tournament in the world. How do you have a cardiac arrest in 2021 and then play at the World Cup in 2022? Explain. Now, Eriksen played for Tottenham for 2,392 days, and he failed to win a trophy. But 226 days after signing for the Red Devils, he won his first trophy in England. He did it on 226. All right, 226 days after he signed for them. Now, the 1993 World Trade Center bombings, they took place on 226. Right? 226. It's just all coded. All coded. And he has this Jew connection, does Eriksen, because he played for Ajax and he played for Tottenham, who have the history and the historical connection with Jews. Now, scriptures portray Satan as a created being who, though powerful and capable of performing lying signs and wonders, all right, he is limited. But I think this cardiac arrest is an example of one of Satan's lying signs and wonders. All right? He has a cardiac arrest, he recovers, and then he signs for the Red Devils. Isn't that a miracle? Do you know how many headlines were saying this was a miracle? Eriksen's miraculous comeback. Do you remember like when Liverpool came back from 3-0 down against AC Milan in Istanbul? They call that the miracle in Istanbul. The miracle in Istanbul. These are counterfeit miracles. Okay? Why? Why does Satan want to perform miracles? Because he wants to be Jesus, guys. Because he wants to be like the Most High. So he does these counterfeit miracles. And people are more wrapped up in Eriksen recovering from a cardiac arrest, all right, or Bronny James, than they are in the actual miracles that Jesus performed in the Bible that actually happened. Can I get a woo? Okay, I've told you the Bible says that our heart is foolish and it's easily deceived. Satan plays you guys. He plays on your emotions. All right, so when people like me call out Eriksen, people say that I'm sick in the head. I'm not a doctor. How do you know? So they get wrapped up in the emotional side of it all. Because they have yet to have their eyes opened by the Lord. Simple as that. All right? It's as simple as that. So they don't have the discernment. Even for a code like this, which is undeniable. Eriksen wears number 10 for Denmark. He collapsed due to a cardiac arrest. in a game where Denmark lost 1-0. Satan gets you 10. The world's greatest footballer is number 10, Lionel Messi. Did you know that he's scored 129 Champions League goals and he's signed with Inter Miami, who were founded on 129? Let's read Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Satan is here on the earth. So are his angels, 33.3% of them. Okay? They're here. All right? Satan is reigning right now. You can see it when you break down society. All of you who are watching this just for professional sports, you know that 2024 has not been right. Can I get an amen? Maybe some of you guys only like me for coding sports, and that's fine. You all know that 2024 has not been right with sports. You know it in your heart. Watching them, you just know it. It's not the same. Something's changed. And you can say it's technology. You can say it's Vegas. Something's changed. All right. How many athletes are dropping with cardiac arrests? Why are we now playing 9, 10, 11 minutes added time? Like I told you would happen. God bless you, Noel, before it happened, by the way. Christian Eriksen made his return to play for Denmark in a 4-2 loss versus the Netherlands, who, by the way, have the lion on its crest. Who's the Lion of Judah? It's Jesus Christ. So he comes back, he returns and plays for Denmark, which is, again, another massive miracle. They lose 4-2. The Beast of Revelation reigns for 42 months. Vatican City was founded the 42nd day of the year. And in Eriksen's debut season with Man United, they ended with 42 wins in all competitions. That's convenient. That's convenient. Eriksen collapsed on the day that can be written 12/6. All right, the 12th of June. And the 1,260-day prophecy is found in 2 passages in Revelation. First, we have Revelation 11:12-3. The Gentiles will trample on the holy city for 42 months, and I will appoint my 2 witnesses, and they will prophesy for 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. Then, as part of a symbolic vision, Revelation 12:6 says, the woman fled into the wilderness to a place prepared for her by God, where she might be taken care of for 1,260 days. That's Revelation 12:6. His cardiac arrest was on a date written 12/6. That's why Kobe died 126 in the 42nd year of his life, and why the Champions League final was on his 42nd birthday. All right. Prince Philip was the Prince of Denmark, and Denmark won the Euros in 1992, which was the year that Christian Eriksen was born. Now, Denmark had not even qualified for the 1992 Euros. Yugoslavia did, but they couldn't compete due to ongoing war. Euro 1992 began on Prince Philip's birthday, and it ended on 26/6. And Philip died on a day, leaving 266 days left in the year. Just know Messi won the World Cup 266 days before his birthday. Euro 1992 began on Prince Philip's birthday, like I said, and it ended on 26/6. Francis is Argentinian, is the 266th Pope. The World Cup final was one day after he turned 86. There's a 186. It's again why Djokovic faked his injury whilst he was 18-6 for the season. Why I called in Nevrev to win yesterday, to stay on 186 losses, and he won, cruised it. Prince Philip was born in Greece. Now, who won the Euros in 2004? Was it Greece? Which is probably the biggest ever shock on international stage. So Prince Philip, Danish, born in Greece. And in recent years, Denmark and Greece have won the Euros. Did they win it because of their players? Did they win it because of their coaches? How come Denmark weren't even good enough to qualify for the Euros in 92 and they won it? Anybody? Denmark failed to qualify for Euro 1992, but they were able to play in it because Yugoslavia were unable to participate due to war. So Denmark come in and take their spot and win the Euros. Now let me ask you this. Who was Denmark's goalkeeper? I'm not going to make you type it because it's difficult to spell. Denmark's goalkeeper when they won the Euros was Peter Schmeichel. Now, where did he win the treble? Was it with the Red Devils? Was it in 1999? And when you flip those nines, it's 666. Yeah? Now, who's his son? Who's Peter Schmeichel's son? Is it Kasper Schmeichel, who won the Premier League with Leicester in 2016? Which is what? 666 plus 666 plus 666 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 2016. That was the year that Ronaldo won the Euros. All right. And he really made his name with the Red Devils, didn't he? Before he got his move to Real Madrid. Kasper Schmeichel was the goalkeeper for Denmark when Denmark got to the semi-final of Euro 2020 and lost to England. Even though their best player had a cardiac arrest, they got to the semi-final and they got beat on 7-7 by England. Now, Harry Kane missed a penalty. Kasper Schmeichel saved it. Harry Kane was playing for Tottenham at the time, which connects to Eriksen. Guys, can you hit that like button? I thought this was going to be like, whoa, wow moment, but I guess maybe not. I got like 3,000 views for me doing a football trick for a 7-second video. I did a little trick, well, a pretty good trick if you watch it. I did a trick because I'd just finished coaching and the kid Mateo was like, show me your best trick. I said, oh, I'm working on this one. Let me try this. And I drag it to my left, flick it up with my left, flick it up with the back of my right heel, and then I've got to volley it. I couldn't hit it too hard because there wasn't enough space. And it's a 10-year-old in goal. That has about, I know it has over 2,000 views in 12 hours for me doing a little trick. Yes, I've been on 11.9. And that's why I'm doing the thing on Instagram to show you that they're not letting me get to 12,000. All right. I'm now, look at this. I'm now on 1,981. All right. I'm going to screenshot that now. That means I only need 19 more subs to reach that 12,000. Right. Do me this favor. And I want to know in the chat, just out of interest, like Satanic Hope, are you subscribed to my channel? Not my website. Noel, Benjamin, have you actually subscribed to the illusion? Let me know. Then I'll get back to the code. And again, I just want to thank you. I'm not subscribed. All right, Satanic Hope, do me a favor and just click subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And I want to see if it updates. All you got to do is click subscribe. All right? Benefits me. It doesn't affect you in any negative way. So if you can subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anybody else who's watching this who hasn't clicked that subscribe button, can you please do it? Let's see. Guys, 3 months I've been on 11.9, which we know is reverse 9/11. I'm showing you 9/11 codes everywhere. It shows you that even my life is coded here. My YouTube numbers are coded. I just want, guys, I've told you this. Me getting to 12,000 is not for my ego. 11.912, it makes no difference. It's just, I'm sick of being on it. I'm sick of people coming and telling me, you've been on 11.9 for a long time. You don't think I know that? And it's pretty annoying. So let me know when you've subscribed. And anybody who hasn't, please do so for all the content that I put out, the work that I put out for free, because I don't get paid really anything from YouTube now. You could at least subscribe and like the videos. That's all you got to do. Now, check this out. This next bit gave me shivers. Yeah, Netherlands could win it. It's very hard. I am going to go game by game in the Euros. All right, because what happens in this game, guys, and I've proved it with the World Cup and with the Euro 2020. People just want to know who's going to win the Euros. I'm going game by game. Watch what I expose. Watch what I reveal. I'm going to blow your mind. The fact is, England have an unbelievable riddle. So do Germany. So do Spain. So do France. All right? That's just the reality. I'm being honest with you. And that's when people jump in and say, okay, so this code doesn't tell you who's going to win everything. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not at all. Sometimes you need to pick 3 teams. All right? And if one of them wins, you get a profit, depending on the odds. All right? That's just the reality. What are the odds? Let me see the odds for Euro 2024. And if you're not on my website for this, you really want to be. Right. England are favourites. It's so strange to me. Oh, by the way, did you see Harry Maguire's not going? And Maddison's not going. And I think Grealish. So it's all by the numbers. Now, somebody explain this to me. Adam Wharton. All right. The reason he's going, by the way, he was born in 2-6, which is when Elizabeth became the Queen. Plays for Palace, but as far as I'm aware, he was out on loan. So let me look at this. He played for Blackburn Rovers, and then he went to Palace, yeah? How is this Adam James Wharton going to the Euros when he's played 16 times for Palace? No goals. All right. Look at this. Wharton supported Blackburn Rovers as a young child. And age 4, in 2008, he was club mascot for a Blackburn game against Chelsea. 2 years later, he joined the Blackburn Academy. It's interesting that with Chelsea, because Phil Jones, who went to Man United, he made his debut for Blackburn against Chelsea, and he man-marked Didier Drogba. So if somebody can tell me how Adam Wharton is going to the Euros and Grealish isn't, who won the treble last year, do you know why he's going? Because I've told you. He was born on the anniversary of Elizabeth being the Queen. All right, so again, this Wharton guy, he'll be there for a reason. I'm not saying he's going to play. But England are 3-1. It says France are 4-1. This is just what I'm looking at. And it says Germany are 11-2. Right? 3-1, that is shocking value for England. Why are England the favourites? France just got to the World Cup final. Portugal went undefeated. They won 10 out of 10 in qualifying. Germany are hosting it. Host nations tend to do really well. Why are England 3-1 favourites? I've told you, if England win it and Southgate picks up that trophy, and he missed the penalty against Germany in '96 in the semi-final, and Harry Kane lifts the trophy, his first ever trophy, he does it in Germany where he's playing, I don't think I ever have to code sports again to expose them. The finals on Bastille Day, which is connected to France, so they might get there. But yeah, it's not going to be easy. But I'll tell you something. I think this is the last ever Euros, ever. The last ever one. Okay, it's going to be the 17th edition, and Revelation 17 is about the beast. The World Cup was the 22nd edition. Revelation has 22 chapters. Yeah, Kane is going to be in the 31st year of his life. Harry Kane was born on the anniversary of World War I beginning, which is why he's in Germany, why I said he'd win the Golden Boot. Let me go back to Eriksen. And all this stuff I talk about here, guys, we do this on my website daily. Eriksen made his Man United debut versus Atletico Madrid in a friendly 13 months and 18 days after his cardiac arrest. Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Eriksen made his Man United debut 13 months and 18 days after his cardiac arrest. And Revelation 13:18 is how Satan's number 666. The Red Devils. Come on. Come on! Come on! What about Jude Bellingham, who was born 666 days after England beat Germany 5-1? And then he just wins the Champions League, and Ancelotti becomes 5-1 in Champions League finals exactly 51 weeks after his birthday. Eriksen made his return to Denmark's national team in a 4-2 loss to the Netherlands. He came on at half-time. He scored 2 minutes later, after 47 minutes. He made his Man United debut the 211th day of the year, the 47th prime. This year, guys, we're going to get the 47th US president. Revelation 4:7. And the first beast was like a lion. Think about the 3 lions, or the lion of the Netherlands, and he scored against them. And he played in England. And the second beast like a calf, and the third beast had a face as a man. And the fourth beast was like a flying eagle. All right, we know that when we think about the US, we think about the eagle. Now, Denmark played Croatia, okay, recently. 3 days after the Queen's funeral. And Croatia won 2-1 and Eriksen scored. All right. Prince Philip was a member of the House of Glucksburg, the ruling house of Denmark. He was a prince of both Greece and Denmark by virtue of his patrilineal descent from King George I of Greece and King Charles the IX of Denmark. He was from birth in line of succession to both thrones. 3 days after Queen Elizabeth's 1922 funeral, Christian Eriksen scored in a 2-1 loss, 3 goals, and did it a span of 66 weeks and 6 days after his cardiac arrest. Now, he scored after 77 minutes, and Elizabeth's Jubilee was in 77. All right, England beat Denmark in Euro 2020, the semi-final. That was on 7-7. They then lost the final on 11-7. 11 times 7, 77. 77-year-old Trump. All right, he's going to be sentenced on that date. Exactly 3 years after England lost the Euros, Trump is going to be sentenced. 3 years is 36 months. The beast reigns for 3 years and 6 months. 666, the 36 triangular number. 7 times 7 is 49. In this game, Croatia opened the scoring. Borna Sosa after 49 minutes. Prince Philip died on 4-9. And he died on Denmark coach's birthday. Prince Philip was born in Denmark. No, he was born in Greece, but he's Danish. And he died on Denmark coach's birthday. You'll have to say that again. Just know 4 times 9 is 36 as well. Prince Philip, Danish bloodline, was Prince of Denmark. All right. He died on Denmark coach's birthday. And remember when Harry Maguire got arrested for fighting in Greece? Yeah, that connected to Prince Philip as well, who was born in Greece, who said he'd come back as a deadly virus when he died. And the variants of COVID, Alpha, Delta, Omicron, they're all Greek letters of the alphabet. Now, before doing this, guys, I didn't know any Greek letters of the alphabet. This information changes your life. I didn't know when Prince Philip was born. I had no idea he was born in Greece. I didn't care. All right? I just thought Philip was born in England, like we do, because we don't do enough research. Now, back in the day, if Eriksen had a cardiac arrest, I probably would have cried as a fan. Sounds pathetic, but I probably would have cried. I was so attached to these players. I would have maybe thought, wow, that could have been me. That could still be me. So this code, again, it's just, I don't know how many more I have to do. Let's read this from Sky Sports. Listen to this. When I tell you that Eriksen connects to Revelation, let's read this article from Sky Sports. Christian Eriksen's return to the Premier League with Brentford has been a revelation. Few knew what level he would be at following his cardiac arrest at Euro 2020. But his 6-month spell, guys, have you noticed that as well? Can I get a woo here? Guys, hit that like. Listen to this. I've told you that the 18-yard box in football is 666. Nobody will tell me I'm wrong. The goal line to the 6-yard box where the goalie takes the goal kicks from, 6 yards. The 6-yard box to the penalty spot, which is 12 yards, 6 yards. The 12-yard spot, the penalty spot to the 18-yard box, the edge of it, 6 yards. 6, 6, 6. Now, football is a game of possession. You have a spell of possession. You can have a spell at a club as a player or a coach. It's there in your face, and it always has been. All right? In the Bible, they worship Baal. Baal is behind football, baseball, basketball, guys. All right? It is absolute black magic. It's black magic. And it says this, but his 6-month spell in West London has re-established him as one of the most sought-after midfielders in the transfer market. Whoever pulls off this free transfer can count themselves lucky, as it's not often a player of Eriksen's quality is available without a fee. Brentford are hopeful of keeping Eriksen, but they are expected to face strong competition from elsewhere. This is where I confirmed I was like, he's 100% going to Man United. He comes back from cardiac arrest. He goes to Brentford, an average Premier League team. We're told that he was unbelievable, but he wasn't. And now everybody wanted him. Oh, that's brilliant. Can we give a woo to Stop, Look, Listen, Think? I've not seen you in the chat before, brother or sister. God bless you. May I ask you if you subscribe to my channel? Not to my website, to my YouTube channel. Are you subscribed? I'm just trying to get up to 12,000 to try and prove a point. He said this as well. In football, you do tricks. And also, what happens when you score 3 goals? You score a hat trick. And in magic, we're told that the magician pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Yeah? I ain't making this stuff up. That's what we're told. Why do they call it a hat trick? Why? Why is 3 goals a hat trick? Who came up with that? Oh, you've been sub for 2 years. Thank you so much. Why is it called a hat trick? But yeah, you do tricks. Thank you for that. I didn't think about that. That's a great point. In 2021, Eriksen had a cardiac arrest, and he was told by doctors he may never be able to run again. 1 year later, in 2022, he ran more than any other Manchester United player. Guys, can you believe this mockery? Listen to this stat. Anxiety attack, God bless you. Listen to this statistic. The doctor said Eriksen may never run again in 2020, right? Thought he might die. But it's like, okay, he might not run again. I know a lot of people said this about Eriksen. It's tragic, but at least he had an amazing career. That's what they were saying. They thought he was done. I was like, he ain't done. But they were like, at least he's had an amazing career. And at least he's alive. And I'm like, watch, he's going to Man United. And again, that's when they laughed at me. Now, listen what happened a year after his cardiac arrest. Christian Eriksen averages more distance covered per 90 minutes than any other Manchester United player, 10.69 kilometers. The guy who was told he may never run again, the year later, he ran more on average than any other player at Man United. Where's your common sense, guys? God bless you. Where is it? He's had a cardiac arrest. He may never run again, according to his doctors. And then a year later, he ran more over the season than any other Man United player. Can you not see the mockery? Do you want to keep being mocked? And your friends and family, do they enjoy being mocked? And manipulated? It's almost like people enjoy it. How's he doing that? The mockery, guys, is off the charts. Eriksen as well has son at the end of his name. Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Look at Tottenham. They have Son, their captain. They have Maddison, son. Richarlison, son. All right? They've got all of these sons. They've got another one as well. Just trying to remember his name. But they've got another one that plays on their wing, whose last name is Son. I'll find it. Is it Brennan Johnson? All these sons, Eriksen, Son of God, Christian. Come on, man. I'm giving you gold. Gold. Daily. And eventually more of you will acknowledge it. You'll have no choice at this point. So, Eriksen, what I would give to sit down and interview this guy. All right. And did you know that Denmark are going to be playing England at the Euros? Eriksen is going to be up against England at the Euros. I think they're playing June the 20th. This all coincides with the NBA Finals as well. Yeah, anxiety attack. We're all gifted who can see this. So let me check. So I know that England play Denmark at the Euros in the same group. 3 years, 1 week, and 1 day after his cardiac arrest. 3/11 is when COVID was declared a pandemic. Give me a break. Honestly. And that's 3 years and 8 days, and his cardiac arrest was the 163rd day of the year, the 38th prime. 38 connects to death. It's the death number. Death 38 in Gematria, murder 38, RIP 38. That whole movie, Death by the Numbers, with the 3s and the 8s. It's why 38-year-old LeBron James scored 38 points on the 38th day of the year to become the all-time leading point scorer in the NBA. It's why Brady won his last Super Bowl the 38th day of the year. Ezekiel 38 is about Armageddon, the final war, which is pretty much playing out. Or about to, with Israel being destroyed. So, no Grealish, no Maguire, no James Maddison. Wait. The injured Luke Shaw has been included. What? Guys, Luke Shaw? Are you sure? Luke Shaw's injured. He ain't great. and he's been selected. There's got to be a reason why Luke Shaw scored in the Euro final as well, guys. Can I get a woo in the chat? It was Luke Shaw. His first ever England goal was in the Euro final against Italy. Why are they picking Luke Shaw? He went to the Red Devils from the Saints. Yes, of course he did. The Saint went to the Red Devils. See how deep it is? Okay, so he's got the same birthday as Vinny Jr. 12/7. Buildings 1, 2, and 7 of the World Trade Center came down on 9/11. Look, he was born in Kingston. King. Of course he's there. Kingston. His middle name's Paul, like the apostle. Number 23 for Man United, 3 for England, 2-3-3. That's that 51st prime. The 2-3-3, I've told you, is Jason Kidd's birthday. Jason has the son in it, Kidd, which is a baby, a child goat. He'll be the GOAT for Dallas Mavericks if he wins the NBA Finals with them, because he won it as a player when they beat Miami Heat, I think. But who else can play left back? Why not just, you got Chilwell, aren't you? Chilwell. Who else is left back? England have a few left backs. I'm sure they do. I think he scored after 2 minutes, but I think it was 2 minutes when Shaw scored. It was his first goal the day after his birthday. Wow. I think it went down as the second minute, mate. Let me check. I think sometimes they put it as 3 and then they changed it. It's what they do. I don't rate this England team. I'm looking at this Euro 2021. Maguire, Calvin Phillips, Connor Cody, Tyrone Mings, Sam Johnson. Just don't do anything for me. And this team's not much better now. Remember, Saka took England's 5th penalty, looking to equalise and send the shootout to sudden death. How many people are having these sudden deaths right now? Yeah, Shaw scored after 2 minutes, Bonucci after 67. I coded it all. Because 67 is the 19th prime and Bonucci wears number 19. And this whole tournament was revolved around COVID-19. That's why Italy won it, because they were the first nation in Europe to be hit by COVID. It's like a reward or something they got. The referee in that game was Dutch. A lot of people think Holland are winning the Euros. I'm not sure why, but that would mean a big shock. Holland are 18-1. 18-1. France beat England, didn't they, at the World Cup and knocked them out? I wonder if they play each other again. I'm interested. England-Germany would be the most blatant final. But just in your face. Ridiculous if it happened. But so many perfect codes, I'm doing a hit, and so I won't be shocked. So I do think we are at a point in society that if that happened, people wouldn't even acknowledge you. Do you know what I mean? They would just say, like I told you, England are the favourites, Germany the host nation, Germany were the 3rd favourites. Ain't a shock that 2 of the best teams got to the final. That's it. They won't care about the numbers or Southgate or war or anything. So that's fine. Yeah, I said that, Alto. England knocked out Denmark in the semi-final of the Euros on 7-7. And then they lost the final on 7-11. 7 times 11, 77. And then they played in that final 4 days after 7-7. And 7's the 4th prime. And King Charles was coronated at age 74. And the UK election's going to be on 7-4 on US's Independence Day. And I know who's going to win that. So I don't miss when it comes to politics. Oh, I haven't. Maybe I will eventually. No, it went down as 2 minutes. If you check, it's 2 minutes. It's probably really close to 3, but it went down as 2. Yeah, Boris resigned on 7/7. And won he the 77th Prime Minister? And did you know that Boris Johnson was born in New York, like Trump? You go speak to people in England, say, where was Boris Johnson born? They'll all tell you London. And he's got son at the end of his name as well. He was born in New York, where Trump was born, because I think they're related. I really believe Boris Johnson and Trump have the same bloodline. Just look at them both. So, yeah, the games are biblical. There's no doubt about it. I've shown that. Nobody's shown that these games are biblical better than I have. They're biblical. It's revolved around Scripture. Satan's a counterfeit. That's why there's worship in pro sports. There's worship and idolatry. Satan's role is to lead you away from the Bible. I was reading it last night. His whole goal is to lead you away from the Bible. Professional sports is one of the tools. You got the music industry, you got Hollywood, you got your 9-to-5 job. You got self, which gets in the way of your relationship with God. Financial issues, like the stress that I had with this website, Abid, basically was there for me. You can't avoid stress in this world and distractions. Like, it's just how we deal with them. More often than not, I've got a lot better since I gave myself to Christ. But I still have moments where I'm like just wiped out and exhausted and frustrated at times. Yeah, you're right, Alto. With Boris Johnson. His actual name's Alexander, which makes me think of Alexander the Great. And Boris Johnson was born on 6/19, same birthday as King James. And Michael Jordan was drafted on Boris Johnson's birthday. So Boris Johnson, do you know he has a child called Theodore Apollo Johnson? Apollo, guys. Think about the moon landing. But also Apollyon from Revelation 9:11. Guys, who's called this? Look at his name. Alexander Boris de Fefel Johnson. What is that? So they're all part of this satanic club. And I'll show you who's going to be the next UK Prime Minister soon. By the way, today is the anniversary of D-Day. It's the 80-year anniversary. Remember, the recent World Cup began on Joe Biden's 80th birthday. Satan gets you 80. But yeah, this D-Day is the Normandy landings. They were the landing operations and associated airborne operations on Tuesday, the 6th of June, 1944, of the Allied invasion of Normandy in Operation Overlord during World War II. Codenamed Operation Neptune, and often referred to as D-Day, is the largest seaborne invasion in history. The operation began the liberation of France, so keep an eye on France at the Euros, and the rest of Western Europe, and laid the foundations of the Allied victory on the Western Front. All right. So that's what's going on today. The NBA Finals literally begins on the anniversary of D-Day. D is the fourth letter. We know whoever wins the NBA Finals has to win 4 games. They'll end the season with 16 playoff wins this season, which is 4 times 4. And the Normandy landings were literally in 44. All right, all by a code, because it goes all the way back. Guys, Normandy is France. All right. I wonder if that's why Mendy, you know that Mendy was accused of rape? I've noticed Satan, he changes a few letters. Mendy, Normandy. Honestly, that's what he does. Plays around with the letters, like with Baal and Ball and all of that. And people just go, oh, yeah, sure. But the closer you get to God, the more you see how the devil operates. And when you see how the devil operates, it's harder for him to influence you. So, wow. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Joseph, God bless you, my brother. Please subscribe to Joseph's channel, guys. Joseph Akriva 2222. Like all of his videos. Share them. But more importantly, watch them. Okay? Guidestones opened in 80. That's so true because they came down in 2022, 42 years later. Yeah. It's just, it is crazy, isn't it? It's crazy stuff. Yeah, that is true. The UK about to get the 80th Prime Minister, which connects to my code, which I'll share on my website either tomorrow or today. This month for me is going to be intense. So be patient with me. I'm being asked to code the NBA Finals, Euro 2024, Copa America, the Stanley Cup Finals, everything else under the sun, politics. All right. Remember, guys, I do as much as I can, but I can't do everything and get everything right all the time, which is why I'm so blessed for my website and the members and the information they share. It's just incredible stuff. So if you're not on the website, check it out for at least a month, because this is going to be a crazy month, like crazy, as is July. I'm telling you. And then if you don't enjoy it, just cancel. But I would definitely check it out. All right, because this website has really transformed people, like in so many ways. That's why I'm so blessed that I have it, and why I've got people like Abid and Al Hussein who are there to keep this website going. So there was a shipping container that lost control yesterday from North Charleston to Savannah. North Charleston equals 80, Savannah 80. Wow, it's got the Charles at the beginning, Joseph, for the king. King Charles. Think about Charles Darwin, who did all he could to take away God's creation. Charles Manson, the serial killer. So yeah, you got Charleston. That's very interesting. But Satan equals 80, doesn't it? Wow. But I've not ate today and it's 12:40. But I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Keep an eye on Eriksen. If Eriksen scores against England, like, oh my word. Do you know what I mean? Oh my word. If that happens. And like I said, Denmark's goalie when they won the Euros was Schmeichel. It was Archangel Michael versus Lucifer in the war in heaven. It's why you got Michael Jordan, Archangel Michael. Jesus was baptized in the River Jordan. That's why Michael Jordan is your GOAT. Okay, which is Baphomet. It's Baphomet. Michael Jordan, by the way, who went to 6 NBA Finals and won 6. And this season's NBA Finals begin on 6-6, which is the 11th triangular number. Bill Russell, who died 666 days before Boston made the NBA Finals, he won 11 NBA Finals, and he was drafted exactly 11 years after Hitler died. Can I get a woo? Wow, it happened at 12:17, the Pope's birthday. Oh my goodness. Saturnalia. Saturn, people say, is Satan. But that's crazy, isn't it? Brady's connections to the Pope, who was born on Saturnalia, and Brady has 7 rings, like Saturn has 7 rings. Right, I have to go. Stomach's rumbling a little bit. I have a ton of work that I need to do today. 195 days from the Pope's birthday, South Carolina, 195. Wow. Did Michael Jordan study at North Carolina? I think that's where he played his basketball, at North Carolina. They just won the NCAA women's basketball, all by a code connected to him. Ravenel Bridge 122, Pope Francis 122, Satanic 122, Kobe 666 game on 122. Crazy times, guys. Crazy times. Joseph, could you do me a massive favor and I'll do the same for you? I just want to really see just how much YouTube is screwing me, and I'll do the same thing for you. Could you do a community post and ask people to subscribe to my channel? And I'll do the exact same thing for you. And if I can't get 20 subs from your channel, then I really know there's no point me asking anymore. All right? So I could do a community post for you. And if I can't get to 12,000, which is like 20 subs, then I know I'm just going to stop asking people to sub, because it's not going to have an effect. I'd be really grateful, and I'll do the same thing for you as well. So I always shout you out, but I think if I do a whole post, there's more chance that they'll actually sub. So a lot of people actually pay attention to my community posts. I get more likes on those than I do on my videos. Something that takes me 20 seconds to do. Thank you so much, Joseph. I'll do that for you right after this stream. God bless Adam, lad, and all in the chat. Stay blessed. Stay blessed as well. Saturn, the sixth planet from the sun. Exactly. It's why the World Cup final finished 3-3 and 4-2 on penalties. 3 + 3 is 6. 4 + 2 is 6. It was Argentina's 6th World Cup final. Messi won the World Cup 6 months and 6 days before he turned 36. The square root of 36 is 6. It's mental. It's mental. So thank you. Please hit the like on your way out. And I'll probably do a stream for you tomorrow. Game 1 of the NBA Finals today. This is a big one. This is a really big one. Who wins this? But I will be breaking it all down for you. I'll code it beforehand, and I'll break it down after whatever happens. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'll look into what happened, because these games now, these tournaments, they're all going to be connected to the Bible. And I'll show you it with undeniable numbers. All right? So, hey, guys. It's been a good one, this. I think I exposed Eriksen and Satan. Don't put your faith in man. Don't put your faith in people like Eriksen. Put your faith in Christ. Not Christian, in Christ. Yeah? All right, I'm going. My head's spinning. Take care. Much love. And Joseph, I'm going to do that post right now. God wins, guys. Woo! Thank you for watching. Thanks for your support. And again, thank you so much to Abid for what he did for me today. And Al Hussein. There's good people in this world, but there's also evil. Shine light on that darkness. God wins. See you later, Emmanuel. Good luck with your work. Bye-bye.